So this year we had a big, and guys, like I said, I got an alert, so that's how I know that Zeke signed a deal.
Yeah.
I don't have time for sports, right? Watching it. But I did get something. Oh, I just got Antonio Brown posted an Instagram letter from the Raiders detailing penalties for missing $54,000 in fines. See, this is how I get my alerts, guys. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So Zeke just signed an extension, 6-year extension.
Right.
So everything's now worth about $100 million.
Yeah.
50 mil guaranteed.
Yeah.
Is that a good extension?
He deserves it because he's the number one running back in the league.
Well, he deserves it.
But
I don't know. I wouldn't say he deserves it. The only reason why he deserves it is because somebody's willing to pay him for it, right?
Well, if they're paying,
Gurley, right?
You know,
they pay Gurley $45 million guaranteed, so he got 50.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's Jerry Jones just saying, I want everybody to look at me.
But you know what?
Because I paid him the most.
You know what? I think that Jerry did a good job by letting him, because Zeke has some behavior issues out the field.
Sure.
And so, you know, you can't automatically award. And then there was some politics within the
NFL,
and the matter and how he approached the situation in terms Jerry probably felt a little disrespected in how he approached the situation. And I think Jerry was going to pay him anyway. Eventually, he just wanted to. He
wanted more marketing. He wanted more time on a camera. He wanted more camera time on the Cowboys. I mean, that's what he says. I'm paying him. I don't really care, but I need more time.
That part.
Yeah.
Jerry is a genius in terms of marketing.
Right.
He knows how to bring attention, especially when it comes to the season going to start.
Everybody's ready. Let me tell you who, outside of Jerry and Zeke, you know who won on this deal? Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah.
Because if Zeke doesn't sign, that cat, he ain't worth the contract. He ain't worth whatever he's going to sign for, $30-40 million. He ain't worth that.
Because you're saying
because he doesn't have a number one. He doesn't have Zeke behind him. Yeah. That's the only thing that's making him great.
But that's subjective.
Pull him out. What do you got?
Because you got to say, well, when Zeke was suspended for 4 or 5 days, who he had to carry the weight, right?
Sure.
He was running the ball, he scored about 6 or 7 touchdowns.
Okay.
For that season. So you can't automatically just say that part because Zeke was out for about 4 or 5 games and he wasn't there, and we still was able to get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're now able to make it to the playoffs, and Zeke was out for those 4 or 5 games, then you would have some little bit of validity to what you're saying. But
I'm using the eye test.
Well, you
on that, and I'm just saying, look, if Zeke's not there, we got to go get a better passing quarterback, more of a pocket.
He's got a good QBR. I mean, the QBR is there. He got the stats. He's top 5 in statistics. And
so was Tony Romo. Where'd that get us?
Well, wait a minute. Now you can't go on Romo either. Romo didn't have the line.
Romeo.
He didn't have the line. Uh-huh. So now so. I just think you can't. You see, you're not being fair to Romo.
I loved Romo, man. I loved him.
And that's the only reason why Romo kept his job is because he had the stats.
He had the stats. He had the stats. But you know what? I mean, it's been a long time since we had, something to cheer about. Yeah. And the only thing we care about is that trophy.
Yeah. Well,
the championship.
I can't say we're gonna get it this year, but I say we're a heavy contender. I think we're a very heavy contender in terms of who we have, and you never know. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl.
All right, guys. You just tell me. In the comments, you tell me, did Dak win with this signing of Zeke, or we have been better off if Zeke, would Dak be better off if Zeke wasn't here?
I think we would have been better. We could have went both ways. Could have been both ways because now everybody's going to the throwing game. We've got some good.
You go ask Troy Aikman. The reason why he was great. I mean, he Emmitt Smith.
But he also had Mike Irvin.
No, I completely agree with that. But what set it all up was just
it's Emmitt. It's a team, so it's a combination. Without Michael Irvin, then that puts more emphasis on Emmitt not getting the yardage.
Correct.
So, And,
Yeah.
and the same thing with Zeke as well. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But we got a nice wide receiver too. You know.
Oh my gosh, we got to.
Yeah.
So does that mean, are we changing the prediction? Are we going to not change it because you haven't given it this time? But are we gonna up the prediction from last year to this year? I mean, you went 8-8. What are we thinking? What are we thinking this year?
This year, I'm gonna say we're gonna probably do 12, about 12-4, 12-4. We're not got an extra game now, 12-5.
12-5.
Yeah.
Okay, 12-5. That is Tarus's prediction. Where do we end up? How far do we
get knocked out the second round playoffs?
So knocked out in the second round?
Yeah.
Really?